Whoa. This is, why am I just pouring this for myself? This is so good.
Back to the basics, been a lot of things, but I've never been basic. Run around bases, came from the basement, never been shameless. So I got stay in the streets, get dangerous, so I might bang it. Don't like hanging unless you fat.
I do that because I'm a wine snob. No, I do that because you're aerating. You're trying to get the flavors out of the wine. In this video, I'll take you on a tour through all the best vineyards in Shenandoah Valley, at least for my palate, from my point of view. There are some fantastic wines in Virginia that nobody knows about. I feel like it's one of the most underrated regions, and I almost don't want to tell you about this place. You're gonna go there or you're gonna buy their wine, and then I won't be able to get it. But I'm going to be selfless, and I'm going to tell you about some of the best wines that you can get in Virginia. I'm going to start off with Veritas. It's probably one of the largest vineyards in the area, definitely well known. Beautiful spot to go if you're doing the picnicking thing, if you have a wedding there, all of it. They also have such a huge portfolio of wine, but their Viognier is to die for. This is their 2019 bottle. You can see that right here. It's in Monticello, that's the area. I'm not gonna open it because I only have 2 bottles left and I need these for summer. What I love about this wine is that it actually has good acidity. Usually there's a very low acid in the Viognier type of grape. The aromatics are there. Everything about this is beautiful. Good ripeness, somewhat underripe on the palate. Definitely would say this is a must-have. I always come back with a few bottles. Should I put this out? Put this out right here. Okay. The next vineyard we stumbled upon is called Cardinal Point. And this is, again, a 2019. This is a white table wine. Their packaging doesn't look incredible, but don't let that concern you. Aubin is a French synonym for Chard. This is 100% Monticello AVA again. I've corvined this because I can, as you can see from the bottle being half full. I think what I'm gonna do, since this is not a special occasion, but this is an occasion, I'm gonna corvin a little bit of the Aubin. Since we have it right here. Since I haven't had wine this week, go with a full 2 spritzes. I mean, lots of apple pear. I would say it's a little more honeydew than I was expecting. I don't know if that's what I remember the last time I had this. Neutral oak, get that. Could be a little bit cooler. Yeah, it's a little bit more peach. I mean, I've had this open for a while, so maybe that's my fault. You can see the color, if you want to look at the color. It's always hard to do it with my face. There you go. Then we're gonna go to what is arguably one of my favorite vineyards, Flying Fox. I stumbled down there, 2017, same time I found Veritas, and it was a shack. It wasn't even a barn. It was one floor. It was like the smallest little house, very small tasting room, not obviously where the wine was made. And I had their Petit Natural, and it's impossible to find that. They're always selling through it, and when we went, they did not have that. Ended up with Flying Fox's Pinot Gris. Now, had tasted a few different wines there. Definitely wanted to go through the whole portfolio. And the Pinot Gris was my favorite white. I was not expecting that, but this just was super clean. It's like a great fettuccine Alfredo. Just something that's simple yet refined. But then tried their reds and had not had this before. Their Petit Verdo. Clear? Okay. Get me out of the way. Whoa. This is... why am I just pouring this for myself? This is so good. This is not just pure Petit Verdo. This is actually 75% Petit Verdo with 25% Merlot. And for those of you that love Sideways as much as I do, will love Merlot. Actually, I have another wine that I can get into. All about Merlot. All right, this is beautiful, rich, dark, floral berries. Blackberry, raspberry. It's like a dark, rich, succulent cherry. I'm getting a little bit of the cigar box, a little tobacco, but it's definitely more herbaceous. So the sage I'm seeing, I'd say there's like more oregano in it than there is sage. Man, I'm gonna crush this bottle tonight. This is so freaking good. Haven't even taken a sip yet. Now, there's a little bit of a dark chocolatey thing going on, which makes sense because of the Merlot. A little bit more red fruit is coming through. Plum, maybe like more like a wild raspberry. Look at this color too. Look at this color. Just look at with the staining. This is fantastic. I love this. And that's why I love this vineyard. They're a small producer. I think there's 6 acres if I remember correctly. Oh, so fast forward. When I first met them, it was a little small shack type of thing. And I even joked about it when we were down there, and then this was 2 years ago at this point, and they joked about it too. And they actually have a winery, like their own dedicated space, this huge, beautiful warehouse. And the tasting room is right off of that. Definitely more welcoming, more of their style, like aesthetic wise. Finish is simpler. It's definitely a little more ripe. I'd say ripe, overripe on the palate. I think it's what, 13.5%. 2017, whoa, this is 5 years old. 18, 19, 21, 22, 23, 6 years old. It's worth it. Definitely worth it. It just smells so good. I mean, I think if you do this with food, you're doing like smoked meats, brisket, it's gonna just give you that beautiful juiciness, and then you have the food to kind of like finish out the palate. I've been talking about going back there for like 2 years now. I think it's been 2019, 2020. And it's only 5 hours away. It's not even that far. The one other thing that I wanted to mention that I don't know if I got a chance to was Petit Manseng is a grape varietal that's grown down there. It's kind of like how Virginia's doing Viognier. It's not originating from the region, but it's a notable varietal that they're trying to produce and make it a staple of that area. Are there any Virginia wineries that I missed in Shenandoah Valley that I need to check out? Leave me a comment below. Let me know. Thank you for watching. Cheers.